And we're back, ladies and gents, exactly where we left off here with The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, searching the house for clues about where the Bloody Baron's family might be. Already found some horseshoes, and he said the dude that lives here, there's no way he could afford a horse. We're going to jump up here on the roof, even though I know there's nothing up here, but why not? Why wouldn't you jump up on the roof? I mean, there's something. See, you jumping up on the roof allowed me to see something from above.
Both were here. I'm going the right way.
All right, what else? All right, so we're going in the house now, it looks like, or are we talking to the lubberkin? All right, lub, let's rock. So, if you are new around here, welcome to Cult Classic Neo, broadcasting live from the real world. My name is Michael T. Shamborn III, and you are stuck in the Matrix. It's my job to bust you out of there with some dope YouTube content that mixes a little bit of humor, a little bit of fun, but mostly a good bit of intellectual discussion surrounding the games we love and or hate. But you are most welcome in this place, please believe that. As I follow the lubberkin. If you're not familiar with the lubberkin, if you're just tuning in for the first time, in the last episode, we learned that the Bloody Baron had some bad dealings with the missus, and as a result, what was his child is no more, unfortunately. Very sad. Rotfiend, back. Let him blow up. I don't think the Rodfiends are going to bring anything to the table that we need. Let's just jump out of the way. I do want the XP from killing him, though, so. All right, Lubberkin, what you got, homie? Is there another one? All right, Lubberkin, what's the problem? Man, there's more of these fools?
Should examine that
horse
carcass.
Yeah, let's examine the horse carcass. Where is it? I just saw it, and now I'm not sure where it went. Those are rot fiends. Where's the horse carcass? There she is.
What do we have here? Bones have been here a while. Chewed on the saddle. Necrophages will eat anything these days. Giant claws. Wasn't a necrophage made these marks. Horseshoes missing. Is this the animal that lost one in the smokehouse? Head torn clear off. Takes incredible strength. Must have been attacked by a powerful beast. Surprised him. Hope they got away.
Yeah, me too, Geralt. Me too.
Trail goes on.
All right, Lubberkin, where are we going?
Doesn't end here.
I do like the fact that I'm able to follow the Lubberkin instead of having to use my Witcher senses and follow the trail of red. I really do hate that part. Like, if I had to pick one thing that I hate about The Witcher 3, it's the quests that involve me having to do detective work. And it's been a staple in the Witcher games since the original, and it's always sucked. Like, I've never thought that it added much value to the game, except maybe for some of the storytelling. But I don't need to deal with the story as interactively as that. I don't know. It's just me. I'm not saying I'm right. It's just how I feel about it. I know some people personally who absolutely disagree. And that's cool, man. Cool with a little disagreement. Nothing wrong with that. So does he want me to go inside or what?
Seems she wants me to take a closer look.
What's up, homies? Alright, this scene, very important. Pay attention.
Who's that? The room. Go on now.
What you seek here, sir? Our hut's out of the way. Woeful. We has nothing. We knows nothing.
Just need information. Looking for 2 women. The Bloody Baron's wife and daughter.
Not a soul have been here, sir.
Sure? Not even passing through? Daughter's medium height, about 20. Her mother's thin, about 40. Seen them?
That sir came at night, right, Mummy? Quiet, boy.
I want to help that woman. She could be in danger.
Young and seen no one, my lord. He's a kiddie. Must have dreamt it.
I want to hear this dream then. So, kid, who did you see? Who came here?
Pappy brought her at night. The lady does the medicines. She was all afeared. talked about an awful monster, said she had to go back, don't know where to. Mummy and Pappy cheered her up, gave her clothes. Hers were ragged.
Where'd the girl go? Your son said enough, no point in playing dumb anymore.
Sorry, sir, but you don't look like one of her father's men.
Because I'm not. I'm looking for Tamara and her mother. I need to know if they're alive and safe.
Tamara is high. She's to my brother's place in Oxenford. But Mrs. Anna, that's another tale. Though anywhere's better than the crow's perch with a baron.
Why?
Cause he beat her, sir. Beat Mrs. Anna, I mean. Everyone knew, but not a one lifted a finger for to stop it.
What happened to Tamara's mother?
Twere like this. I was awaiting in the old smokehouse with horses. Cold as hell and so dark, couldn't see past 2 ells in front of you. Moon had risen high, and still they hadn't come. Began to fear some demon had snatched them. But finally they came forth, and we sets off towards the river. Suddenly, out of nowhere, a gale arose. Thought it'd tear my head off. And those damn birds, swarms of them coursing o'er the woods, raising a racket to make your ears bleed. Mrs. Anna screamed, bent over into herself. Tamara knelt down, gripped her arms. 'Twere then I saw it. Fiery marks on her hands.
What marks?
These, well, like burned on with hot iron. On the palms, inside.
Burned? Like a cattle brand?
Aye, though these wasn't black scars scabbed over. They's hot and glowing, as if they burned with raw fire.
Fine. What happened next?
Grew even darker. Seemed someone had put out the stars. Crickets all went silent of a sudden, and then, from the woods, a roar. Broke out in a cold sweat, and before I could catch my breath, a beast jumped out of the woods, big as a barn, with horns and 2 burning coals for eyes. I thought I was done for. Beast attacked Mrs. Anna's horse, ripped its head off, carried her off into the woods. Our horses, mine and Miss Tamara's, got spooked and tore off willy-nilly. 'Twere the only reason we escaped. The miss wanted to go back for her mother, but my wife pleaded, said she'd die out there alone. Miss Tamara agreed not to go.
Why help them at all? You risked a lot.
I'd a debt. Owed Miss Tamara. 3 moons passed, a fever gripped my boy. We thought he was done for. Tamara alerted, brought food and salves. We're poorer than dirt itself. She saved my boy. No 2 ways about it. Me, myself, I'd have never dared to help. But my missus told me a time of war and contempt's come. A time of folk gone wrong. We needs to repay good with good. Who stands by idly does evil as if.
Married a wise woman.
Crying shame we couldn't save Mrs. Anna in the end.
Thanks for your help.
The lady, she'll be all right in the end, won't she?
I'll do what I can to see that she is.
We must repay good for good. He who sits idly by does evil as if. That might be my favorite cutscene in this entire game, and that's why I wanted you to pay close attention to it. It's very rare when the writing and execution in a video game story are quite that excellent. And that, my friends, is excellence. It came across very authentic. It came across as, you know, these people living in extreme poverty with no incentive to help beyond the fact that it was the right thing to do. And a wife who wanted to see to it that the right thing was done. You know, that gives the characters depth. It gives the characters a sense of spirit that a lot of video games, for whatever reason, are just not capable of making that happen, for lack of a better way to say it. So I get excited when I get to this part of the game because It's quite literally one of, if not my most favorite cutscene in the entire experience. So what I want to do here before we get ready to adjourn is just make sure I don't have anything else to say to this brother. There we go. All right, is the lubberkin still outside waiting for us? That she is.
Our paths diverge. Thank you, Dea. Go in peace.
Go in peace, Dea, and keep it real. Well, that's going to do it for this episode, friends. Thank you so much once again for tuning into The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Game of the Year Edition playing with mods. By the way, many people have been asking me for the list of mods that I have installed into the game. You will find them in the video description below, but to make it simple, I have things like, I can actually demonstrate here. I have a mod called No Fall Damage, which is going to keep me from getting hurt off of a jump like that. Although, a jump from this height may not have led to pain, but it could have possibly. I also have removed all of the level caps, so I can level indefinitely and infinitely should I desire to do so. And I've removed the encumbrance that comes from picking up food and things that I just think is tedious to have to spend hours and hours and hours and hours in my inventory, moving things around, dropping things, and then trying to find my horse so I can get back to town to sell things just so I can walk around like a normal person. Those are pretty much the major ones. I also have adjusted the amount of XP you get for battle, increased it greatly, as opposed to, this game basically hampers your ability to get XP and grow. And as such, gives you the best XP through completing quests, which is fine, but I don't like that. Like, I want to be in the world fighting, finding cool monsters to fight, and leveling up in that manner. So I have adjusted the game to give me a decent amount of XP just from fighting, not from having to complete quests and side quests. So, currently I believe I'm close to level 60 because I've spent a lot of hours just out in the wilds fighting things and getting stronger and getting the points necessary to hopefully max out my my leveling and customization system. So thank you once again for joining us, friends. Remember, it's my job to bust you out of the matrix. Hopefully you'll join me in the real world here at Cult Classic Neo by subscribing, leaving me some commentary about your thoughts on The Witcher 3, what you think about the game. Do you love it as much as I do? Do you think it's the best RPG ever made like I do? Or do you have a different story? Leave that in the comments section below. Get subscribed so you can keep up with everything we're doing here in terms of awesomeness. And I will see you all on the next one. Love you much. Thank you. Peace.